In this short video, I want to talk about the issue of lacking love. It happens to so many people and in so many times of our lives that we feel that we're not getting the love that we would like. It could happen with our father, our mother, any one of our siblings, perhaps our wife, our husband, perhaps a very close friend. There are moments in those relationships where we feel we're not loved, where we may feel that the other person is tired of us, is retreating from us, withdrawing from us, going cold towards us, maybe bored with us. In general, the love that they used to have for us is now dwindling or dying. And the really strange thing is we feel like an emptiness or a void within us. And we also feel often like betrayed, disappointed, empty, as I said before, upset, very hurt, perhaps offended, confused even. We don't understand why this person is doing that, why a person doesn't reciprocate to our expressions of love, goodwill. So the main point here is that we feel that void, and there's a certain characteristic or desire in us that looks to have that void filled with the love from other people. And in my experience, having that desire, having that need, has always created pain. It's never brought anything good. Well, it has brought, when that love is reciprocated, then we're happy, then we're fine. But as soon as that love is not reciprocated, then within us all hell breaks loose. Now we really suffer because of that. So at the core of it is that emptiness, that void, that unbalance. And to feel fine, to feel in the middle, to feel balanced, to feel equanimous, we have to somehow fill that void or balance those scales within us. If we don't do that, we will continue to feel hurt, deeply disappointed, and in time, actually in a relatively short period of time, that hurt turns into anger, and that anger turns into like resentment. And resentment brings a lot of friction, a lot of opposition, a lot of conflict, a lot of clashes. It basically is a very destructive force that unleashes or unfolds many negative circumstances. A lot of arguments, a lot of fights are going to follow from there on. Or either we feel very bitter for many years. And if we don't balance, we don't heal that imbalance within us. Okay, so how on earth do we fill that void? So it's obvious to us that we want the intimacy of the person, we want their trust, we want their goodwill, we want their love, we want their consideration, we want their care, we want their helping comments. We want their unconditional, benevolent regard, we could say. So the thing is, it's so hard to get that all the time. Maybe some of the time we can get it when we want it, or unexpectedly we can get it. But to get it all the time, impossible, hopeless. We have to give up on that. We have to, just as we don't put the demand on ourselves to give another person 100% benevolent regard all the time. Now we get tired too. We're like ups and downs. We give a lot, then we need a break, then we give, then we need a break. That's how it is. We love, then we love less. We love a lot, then we love less and less. Love more, love a lot, love medium, love little, love more, etc., etc. That's how it works within us. That's how we behave. But to expect that from others is really outside of reality. That's a really unrealistic expectation. So we have to give up hope along the lines. We can't always get that. So if we can't get it from others, that means that void is going to be empty, unfilled, and we'll feel that strange desire, that strange emptiness, that feeling of being abandoned, being left to our own devices, not cared for, not loved, not looked after, not appreciated, not wanted, not supported, etc. So what we have to do is we have to fill that void ourselves. We have to give ourselves the love that we're wanting from others, and then also give the love that we want to others as well. Not to receive, but to give to ourselves and to others. So we don't know that this is a solution really until we actually do it for ourselves, until we start to give ourselves that love that we want. When you start to do it, then you understand that that is the solution, that is the balm, that's a magic healing procedure. That's what fills the void within us. That's what makes us feel complete. And then when we're able to do that, we can always feel fine and happy with the other person. It is so much better for ourselves and so much better for the other person if we fill the void ourselves. So it's something funny with us. It's exactly like this situation, we are very able physically. We can open up the tap, put a glass underneath the running water, fill up the glass and drink the water. But somehow we want another person to do that for us, to fill up a glass of water and then give it to us to drink. That's more or less like what we're doing, in wanting love from others. But we can give love to ourselves, and just in the same way that we can fill a glass with water and drink it. God has given us these two hands and a very well-working brain, a very able body. We can do these things for ourselves and also for others as well. So why can't we fill ourselves with love, give love to ourselves, and be our own supplier of love, not needing another person to make us feel loved, supported, wanted, appreciated, useful, needed in life, valued, worthwhile. So we have to do it. So as soon as you start to do it, you see that is the solution. That is the thing to do. And really, that is our job. It's not anybody else's job. Their job is to give love to themselves. It's not their job to make sure that we are feeling loved, that void of love within us is filled. That's our job. We have to fill that. That's our responsibility. Definitely not theirs. Okay, so how do you do that then? Okay, well, the very first step is to look at yourself in the human level, to see that you're a decent person. You're able to dress yourself today. You went to work. You earned money. You drove the car. You helped a person. You made the person dinner. You were kind to the person or other people. You were helpful to others. All these sort of things, you have to look at the positive side of your very, very simple human details. And then that way you start to open up like an appreciation, a recognition of the good side of yourself, that you are worthy of love, you are worthy of your own love. Then look at yourself in the psychological sense. You have certain defects, of course we do, but you also have some good values as well. See them, see how, appreciate them, see how very valuable, useful they are. And then thirdly, see yourself in the spiritual sense, that you have a soul, and the soul is like a divine thing. And whatever is divine is noble, is valuable, is enormously worth loving. When you see that soul, that connection to God, then you know that inspires love. So if you think of all these three, in these three aspects, then we start to feel good about ourselves, feel positive towards us. So basically loving ourselves. And somebody doesn't say good night to you, well, we have to say good night to ourselves, or good night to our soul, to God within us, that we are a part of God. Someone doesn't buy us this, perhaps we can buy it for ourselves, as a gift to ourselves. But the first thing is, though, we start loving ourselves when we decide not to feel that pain of being rejected, or not having our love reciprocated, or perhaps people are withdrawing their love or withholding of their love. Maybe they get angry with us, say some very sharp, offending words. So the first thing is, in loving ourselves, is not to allow ourselves to feel that pain, to be kind to ourselves in that way. Decide not to feel that pain, decide not to get offended. Decide rather to cultivate like a love for yourself, or like a good will towards yourself, a good open will towards yourself, so as to feel that emptiness, to balance out that those scales that are tipped to one side, tipped towards the less, not receiving love, so I must be a bad person, not a valuable person, I'm not valid, others are so much better, I'm not worthy, I'm not useful to you, I'm a burden to you, etc, etc. So in summary now, because this video is getting a little bit longer than I expected, is that we only come to know the solution of that problem of when we feel that we lack love, by giving ourselves love. So when you do it for the first time, you'll see that it's the solution. When you do it for the second, third, fourth, fifth time, then you start to overcome, feel independent, feel complete, and you won't get so hurt, disappointed, anxious, nervous about not receiving the love of others. You start to feel more independent, more like complete, more loving actually towards yourself and towards others when you stop depending on the love from others. Because the really terrible point is we depend upon the love of others to feel good towards ourselves. So if we just feel good towards ourselves by virtue of ourselves, not by virtue of the love from others, then really we're on the right track, because that is how we can be happy. That is how we can come to possess happiness. Because when we depend upon others' goodwill, others' love to feel good about ourselves, we're an absolute slave. Really, then we are a slave. We're then a real slave. Because, we'll be at the mercy of others all the time. Okay, alright, I hope this video has been useful for you, and check out my channel from time to time to see other videos on the same subject or similar subject that may be helpful to you as well. Okay, thanks once again for watching, and see you later.